Aho Matakiyasan. Hello to all my relatives in the soul family. What to do when things aren't going your way. This is the year of the snake. I believe it's the year of the wood snake. And within the snake energy comes peeling the skin, shedding your old skin. In my animal totem pole, I'm in the years of the snake right now, and the last few years have been a lot of shedding the skin, and that can feel like things aren't going your way. Things aren't going how you think they should be going, when in reality you're shedding old parts of yourself that are no longer serving you. So it's time to move on, and that can be uncomfortable, painful, and we can resist that. I know I have resisted that feeling a lot lately. And so I guess I'm going to give you two action steps, two practical ways to alleviate this feeling. So let's say things aren't going your way, whatever it may be. Could be financially, physically, emotionally, relationship-wise, whatever the situation, it's not going how you wanted it to go. And this creates this frustration, creates this feeling like you're doing something wrong. What did I do wrong? Your mind just starts spinning. And the more things aren't going your way, the louder that voice inside your head gets, right? And you can get stuck in that voice if you never take a moment to step back and create the separation. You can just run on this loop, and people can do it their whole lives. You can get stuck in this feeling of things aren't going my way, and so you try to change outside circumstances to make it fit how you want. And that can be a solution temporarily until it no longer works. When you climb to the top of a mountain, you get there, and for a moment, you can breathe. And then guess what? You have to get down that mountain and start climbing another one if you're stuck in this mindset. If you're thinking that you need to keep achieving more, you need to keep climbing more, you need to run faster, you need to climb higher continuously, it never ends. You're constantly going to be going up these mountains and then getting to the top, realizing this isn't satisfying, and have to climb again. You can ask any athlete, any entrepreneur, anybody that achieves something. You think that you're going to be satiated of this feeling, when in reality you just have to climb another mountain. You have to do another thing. You have to make another million. You have to continue on this treadmill of switching, of changing, manipulating your outside world to fit how you think it should be. And that will never end if you continue on that hamster wheel. So what you can do is take a moment, take a step back, and start looking at your life and realizing you can change your internal state, and it doesn't matter what's going on in the outside world, whatever the circumstances, you are fully capable of changing what you think is right and be filled with bliss and love and appreciation for the gift that is in front of you, the gift of life that you're experiencing. That's the first takeaway. And so how do we get to that place? Very simply, do an experiment. Close your eyes and repeat into your mind the word hello. Hello, hello, hello. You, without speaking, just in your mind, who hears that voice? Who hears the person speaking? Who hears that inner dialogue? That is what we're going to focus on if you want to go down this path that will actually leave you feeling fulfilled and satisfied with life, regardless of what's going on. That's your witness consciousness, the Atman, the spirit, the Brahman. All these different words and all these different cultures describe the same thing. And it is something you have to experience. I can describe it. I can write a whole book about it. I can make a million videos about it. But until you experience it yourself, you're never going to apply it to your life. So, very simply, who is listening to that voice? And you're gonna continuously come back to that. That's been my lesson the last few years. And the best part is it immediately alleviates the overwhelming tension, the overwhelming feeling like you don't know what's next. You don't know how you're gonna get through this moment. You don't know all these unknowns that can totally take over your mind. Switch to becoming the person noticing that you have this feeling. Come back to that again and again and again and again, and come back to it with your full consciousness. It gets easier to make that transition from the personality to the soul the more reps you get in. And the best part is it is immediate. When you are fully aware of what's going on, it creates this space, this stillness that doesn't matter what's going on in the world. You always have this. I mean, this is what the whole channel, all my teachings, everything leads to this. This is the spiritual path. And this is who you truly are. Underneath your body, underneath your mind, underneath everything you might think of, if you can get behind it and realize that you're the one witnessing what's ever going on in front of you in the world, whatever. There's this space. And even if it's just a tiny bit of space, there's space. And then eventually, this is what meditation is. This is what all the religions in the East, they're all pointing towards. Whether it's Zen, Buddhism, Hindu, whatever the religion, they're all pointing towards this inner space. Get there and identify with that. Be that. And then the world can be what it is. So I told you I was going to give you two things. The first is notice. Notice that. And then the second, I'll give you, begin to feel open Because what happens is we close down our energy centers. We want to hide, we want to just restrict, and that can happen throughout our whole lives. And then the remedy, after we make that little bit of space, we're going to open whatever that means to you, whether it's in your heart, whether that's your mind, your root chakra, your aura, whatever that means for you. Just say, I'm going to open, and then feel that way. Feel into what it is to be open. That can be opening your physical body. That's what yoga is all about. That's what making these movements and these postures opens your body, so you can open your energy centers up and receive that higher energy, that Shakti that is moving through you. Be open to the life force that is beating your heart right now. I don't care how strong your will is, you aren't beating your heart. Your heart is beating all on its own. And there's this energy, this life force that gives you life. Be open to that. And when you're open to that, it's not just in you, it's in everything. It's in the trees, in the grass, in the earth. You become one with everything. And it's a practice. It doesn't happen overnight, but like I said, instantly, when you make that switch from the person to the person witnessing the person, you're off to a whole new start. And the train's coming, so this is a good time to call it. I love you. Ciao.